All right, looks like we're live. Move these out the way. All right, hello everybody. I will wait until we get a couple people in here, and if you can hear me and see me, go ahead and just put something in the comments so I know that video and audio is working okay. So again, if you're listening, welcome. If you could just put something in the comments, say hello, just so I know that you guys can hear and see me okay. All right, Alicia says hello. I'll take that as we are good to go. Let's take a look here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and put this present. Make my face a little bit smaller. All right, welcome guys. Thank you so much for joining. So today we're going to be going through how to go ahead and increase your website conversions immediately, specifically on BCN. Super excited to be sharing this with you guys. Hopefully, my hope is that by the end of this, you guys are really going to be just learn a lot, really. We are going to be answering questions, so I'll put a Zoom link as well for those of you guys who want to kind of go in and ask questions on Zoom afterwards, and go ahead and put your questions in the comments and we'll get to them as well. So basically what we're trying to teach in this industry is how to take the concepts that are used by the big Fortune 500 companies and bring them to the rental industry. We've done this in the US very successfully. We've got hundreds of operators doing it, and we're just bringing that experience over to the UK. So what we're going to be teaching you is we're going to basically explaining what a funnel is, what funnels are, how they work, and why they matter, and specifically how to add a funnel to your website. Obviously, we're going to be talking about what is Event Hawk and why it's becoming so popular. And then we're also going to be talking about the typical customer journey and how funnels affect all that. And then in the end, we're going to have a really special offer for you guys since we're doing a new launch in the UK, and we'll do a live Q&A. So let me go ahead and share the Zoom link in the comments here if you guys want to join on there. Join on Zoom. So you guys can feel free to join on Zoom or go ahead and stay on the Facebook side, whatever's easier for you guys. Let me go ahead and start that. If you are on Zoom, we just ask that you stay muted until we all right. Let's make sure Zoom is good. Okay, so Facebook's still good, Zoom is good. All right, so moving on. So who is this for? This is more for the party equipment hire industry. So if you're a party equipment company owner, you're renting stuff out, you want to get more sales and conversions, not just clicks, right? Or if you're somebody who has a lot of traffic on your website, but you want more calls, more sales, you just kind of want more out of your company. You're running it part-time, you've been doing this for a few years, but you really haven't cracked the code to really do this full-time. And most importantly, you probably are not paying yourself a salary, right? You're just kind of doing this, you're reinvesting all your money into the company, and years go by and you're kind of not haven't really improved your own quality of life. And most importantly, you're somebody who is willing to try something new just to kind of boost your business. So that's who this is for. Let me tell you guys a little bit about myself. Who the heck am I, and why do I have the why am I talking about this? Why should you guys listen to me? Well, I have a party rental company as well, Bounce My House Party Rentals in Chicago. My wife and I launched about 6 years ago, and I'm also the founder of Event Hawk, my ad academy, and Event Professional Marketing. We operate basically the only marketing agency that was founded for the party rental industry by a company owner that's in the industry. This wasn't as like most of you guys. This was never the plan for me. I actually went to school for X-ray. So this was me here working at one of the largest trauma hospitals in Chicago. And I worked the overnight shift for years, and I moved up, and things went really well. And then I started teaching, and that's me right here on the right. In my very first class to graduate, from college. So I'm a college instructor as well. I teach radiology. That's my first class. I love what I do, but I've always wanted to own my own business, right? That's always something that I've wanted to do. And I've tried and tried and tried and tried, and I was never successful at starting a business. I failed like maybe 5 or 6 different businesses before this one. And once we started our party rental business, I knew what I had done wrong, right? We started Bounce My House Party Rentals, my wife and I realized that marketing was something that I never actually took serious. I would post on Facebook Marketplace, I would pass out flyers. I never really took that very serious. And when I got to party rentals, I decided that I was going to hire a professional company to run my marketing for me, because that's what Amazon does, right? That's what all these big sharks do. That's what Apple does. They don't post on Facebook Marketplace. They don't change their Facebook profile logo to match their to match their business, right? They do the professional stuff. So that's what I realized I had to do, and we did it, and things went well. But unfortunately, what we realized very, very quickly is that they had no experience in our industry. So we switched gears. They were very expensive, and we worked with some people that had more experience, but it was the opposite problem. They weren't as professional. They would take a couple weeks to get back to you. So I literally ditched everything that I was doing and did nothing but study digital marketing for my own company, because I wanted to do this full time. I was working at the hospital. I slept at home maybe 2 days a week. That was it. I worked from 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. for years at the hospital, and I wanted a better life for myself, and I liked my career, but I just wanted more. And in 2019, I started to implement what I learned, and within that first year, we were able to triple our revenue in 1 year. I was able to quit my job and do everything that I wanted. I still teach at the college because that's something I enjoyed. But long story short, I started to offer my services for free. I was just helping people on Facebook. Next thing you know, they started throwing money at me, telling me to manage their accounts. And then the rest is history. Now I run a digital marketing agency for party rental companies. We've done very well in the U.S. and now we're expanding to other territories. But everything we started with we did really, really well. Everything we did was excellent. We've got tons of reviews all over Facebook. Just really taking care of people because we have the industry experience, we have the marketing experience. We've done really, really excellent things for people. But it all started with Google Ads. And I'm going to show you guys an actual client and tell you why what we're doing is so important. This is a client of mine that I helped in 2020, right? So this is, if you're familiar with Google Ads, this will kind of look familiar to you. But this is from June to October. We helped this client generate $227,000 in sales from only $11,000 in ad spend. Okay, amazing. So we did really well for this client, but there's something wrong. And I'm curious to see if anybody can catch what the problem is here. What do you see that's wrong with this picture right here? This is a screenshot of a Google Ads account. Very curious to see if anybody can see what the problem is. So he got 12,000 clicks, 88 cents a click, spent $11,000, generated $227,000 in bookings. The click-through rate is 24%. The conversion rate is 6.78%. So what is the problem here? Who can see a problem in this screenshot? Something that's not ideal or not good. Come on, I know somebody watching can see the problem. So I'll give it another second, but this is their click-through rate. So basically 1 out of 4 people is clicking their ads. It's amazing, right? The conversion rate right here, 6% of people are converting. So Richard says the click price went high in October. So this was, that might be true actually. Yeah, you're right. So the cost per click did go up. Generally though, Susan got it. The conversion rate. So we got a great return on ad spend, 19 to 1. So basically for every dollar that this person spent on ads, they generated $19 in bookings. And Mark is saying the screen is kind of blurred. Mark, if you're having any issues on Facebook, jump over to the Zoom. I'll post the link again here. Where you might be able to see a little bit better. So great return on ad spend, 1,900 ROI. So again, for every dollar that they put in, they got $19 back. It's going great. Click-through rate is great, but like Susan said, the conversion rate. The conversion rate is what caught my eye. So I noticed this for my own company. I noticed this for this company, a lot of other companies. 6% conversion rate to me says that basically 95% of people that visit the website don't take any valuable action. They're not doing what we want them to do. They're just visiting and they're leaving. So this was a problem for me for a while. I kind of blamed myself, like, what am I doing wrong? Why is this person not able to convert more? He wasn't complaining from all the results, but I just didn't feel that we were really getting our money's worth. So I did some research, and what I found really boggled my mind. Apparently, 6% conversion rate is an amazing conversion rate. Apparently, the average conversion rate is anywhere from 1 to 3%. And this is across all websites, all industries. You're talking about anybody who visits a website, only 1 to 3% of the time do those people do something valuable. So do they convert? And to me, that was just, that didn't make any sense. I said, is there anything we can do to get these people, the rest of these people, to kind of come back and do something and convert? And we did find some answers, but let's talk about what a conversion is. So what's a conversion anyway? What does that mean? A conversion is a valuable action that somebody takes on your site. Okay. Now you can define what that is. Obviously, the most valuable action is a sale, right? We want their money, but a conversion can also be anything that leads to a sale, right? A click is not a conversion. A click is a click. But if they click and then call you, we can consider that a conversion, or message you, or become a lead. You determine what's a conversion and what's not. You know, that's up to you. These are some of the things that we track as conversions, because we want to know how many of those clicks called or sent a message or gave us their information and became a lead. That's all important to us, because now we know how well our website is working, how well we're optimizing for conversions. So to look into it a little bit deeper, I want you guys to look at these two companies. You have company A and company B. They both got 100 clicks and they both got 5 sales. So looking at it from here, it looks like both companies did the same, right? And this is the problem. This is the big problem, is that right now, most of us know exactly how much money we made in 2020. We know how many sales we made in 2020. If I ask anybody here, how many bookings did you get last year? You could tell me in a drop of a hat. You know that number. But the problem is, we don't know how many bookings we didn't get. Okay? A lot of you guys might know how many clicks you got, but most of the time we don't. This is all we care about, is the end result. But we don't care to know what happened between the click and the sale. And that's really important, because if we have that information, we can make data-driven decisions, actual factual decisions on how to improve our website, our experience. So let's take a look at these two companies. Again, at face value, they both seem the same, but let's take a look at what happened on their websites. Company A got 10 clicks, and out of those 10 conversions, 10 calls, let's just say, and sold 5 of them. Company B got 50 calls, and they sold 5 of them. So now we're starting to see a very different picture, right? Even though they both got 5 sales out of those 100 clicks, we know that they had different amount of conversions, different amount of calls or leads, right? So now looking at this, which company would you rather be? Which company is better? Curious to see, put it in the comments. Company A, they got out of their 100 clicks, they got 10 clicks, but out of those 10 clicks, they sold 5 of them. Or company B, who got 50 clicks, but out of those 50 clicks, they sold 5 of them. So which company would you rather be? Which company is more appealing to you? They both got the same amount of traffic on their website. They both got the same end result, which is 5 sales, right? But one of them got more calls than the other. So Alicia says that she'd rather be company A. So obviously company A is a much better salesman, right? So he was able to, he took 10 calls, and out of those 10 calls, he closed 5 of them. That's awesome, right? So totally agree with you that for company A, they're the better salesman, because if you call that guy, if you call company A, they're going to close a sale. But as Paul just said, company B is getting more. They're not selling as well, but they're getting more clicks. So each company here has a different problem. This guy is really good at selling, but whatever he's doing on his website, he's having a problem getting people from clicking to calling, right? So if I got 100 clicks, how come only 10 of them called? It's great that 5 out of 10 booked, but why is it that you only got 10 to call in the first place? There might be a problem on the website. It might be not clear. The language might be off. He might have something wrong with his loading time. This guy got way more. This guy, out of 10 clicks, 50 called. He must be doing something amazing on his website. When he got him on the phone, maybe he's not actually answering the phone. Maybe he's putting people on hold. Maybe he's rude to people. Maybe he's just, the communication is just taking too long, or they're relaying different messages. So end of the story is, company A can learn from company B, and company B can learn from company A. So company A can learn how to get more of those 100 clicks to actually call, and then these 5 sales could turn into 50 sales because we know that we sell 50% of the people who come in. So all we got to do is just get more clicks for this guy, or sorry, more conversions for this guy, right? So now we know we have a prescription for company A because we know that they don't have a problem selling. They just have a problem getting people to convert, getting people to give them a call, to get online with them. Company B has the opposite problem. They don't have a problem getting people's information. They don't have a problem getting them on the phone, but once they get them there, either they need to learn from company A how to actually do the selling once they get them there, right? So why is this important? We would never have known any of this had we not had this information. And that's where most of you guys are now. That's really what I want to stress. Most of you guys, you don't know what percentage of your clicks are actually messaging you or calling you or emailing you. You know that the calls are coming in, but you don't know what percentage, so you don't know how to improve. And you go year after year after year after year, and you only look at the end result where all along you could have gotten a lot more business for a lot less work. And that's the realization that brought me into doing a lot more with this. It was mind-boggling that, you know, why are these people not converting? Once I knew these numbers, and that's what I want to encourage you guys to know. There's a lot of different ways to do this. Obviously, we offer a product that does this, but at the end of the day, you have to at first realize the importance of tracking this stuff, of understanding this stuff, of actually opening your eyes to this stuff, and not just ignoring it and say, hey, well, I'm booked out. Because guess what? Just like the example that we talked about with this guy right here, he could have got the same amount of bookings by spending half the money or even less had he realized what the problem was, had he increased his conversion rate, right? Or vice versa, maybe he doesn't have any more to sell, but he could have just, you know, put less work for himself. So that's the importance of really understanding how many conversions you have and how you're getting them, so you can diagnose the problem on your website and make a data-driven decision rather than just kind of going by your opinion year after year, buying more stuff and saying, oh, well, this is working. So the fact of the matter is that 95% or more of your website visitors never convert. They never call you guys. They never email you. They don't do anything. 95 out of 100 people or more visit your website, they see what's on your site, and then they leave and most likely never come back. Now you're probably thinking, Tariq, what are you talking about? I get bookings all the time. It's like asking a stranger to marry you, right? You have a website and you have 100 pounds or more of party equipment that you're asking people to come and spend. It's like asking a stranger to marry you. And again, 1 in 100 will say yes. Maybe 5 in 100, they're desperate enough to say yes, so they'll just kind of book online. But it's crazy, and that's literally what we're doing. We're not taking steps to get to know these people, right? So it's because this meme is so true. What you think of your website is very different than what your customers think of your website, right? There's a big disconnect. You're over here, and again, I mean, BCN does great things. You're doing great things. You're bringing these products, but there's still customers have a lot of questions, and you're just expecting them to come and purchase from you just like they would from Amazon. But they know Amazon, they don't know you. You know, this is a purchase that they maybe make once a year or so. So why is that? It's because people are very easily confused and easily distracted. They have questions that are probably all over your website, like your delivery area, whether you charge for delivery, the size of your equipment, is it going to fit in their garden or whatever? Do they need power source? What time are you going to deliver? I mean, if my party's you're telling me you have a 6-hour rental time, and my party is at 1, am I going to have it from 1 to 7, or are you going to deliver at 11 and I'm going to have it from 11 to 5, right? How much is it? How many times do people ask you how much it is? Even though you have prices plastered all over your website, for whatever reason, people are very easily distracted and confused. And we can complain about it all day long, or we can just do something about it. It's just the way it is. You have all these answers on your website, but people are not going to take the time to find them. So you have to go and get to know these people, okay? And the way you do that is you ask for a small commitment. Instead of asking for their credit card number, ask them for their phone number, right? Offer them something valuable in return, because they're not just going to give you their phone number for no reason. You got to offer them some kind of promo and get to know them, reassure them that their expectations will be met. And just by doing that, you're going to close significantly more bookings with the same amount of clicks, right? That's how you go from that 100 clicks. That's how you get 50 conversions out of 100 clicks, because you're taking the time to make these things work for them. So the one thing you need to make this happen is a sales funnel. That's what a sales funnel does, okay? A sales funnel determines the steps that visitors take on their way to a purchase, Okay, a funnel puts you in control of the customer journey. So on the left is what your website looks like without a funnel. You have a bunch of a bunch of buttons and navigation menus. They can go. You kind of just drop people like it's like dropping them in the middle of a mall, right? You drop them in the middle of the mall and you say, hey, there's a bunch of stores. Go shopping. They don't have a clear call to action. Like, what do I do next? Do I just? I mean, most people, we go to the mall and we come out without buying anything, right? I hate the mall. I hate the mall because it's just so way too much going on, right? But in the middle of the mall, sometimes you'll see that flashy car. You got a brand new car. They put it in the middle of the mall, and there's an easy call to action. They just say, hey, we don't want you to buy this car from us. We're going to give you this car free. All you got to do is fill out your name and email and phone number, and we'll call you whatever sweepstakes. They're not dumb for doing that. They're not just giving away cars. It works, right? So that's what a funnel does. A funnel, you take the steps. Instead of just having a maze, you pave the path for them, and you put yourself in control, and you let them take the steps that you want them to take when you want them to take it, and that will significantly, it's so much easier when you do that to find out where the problem is in your website, because instead of just kind of working on everything, you'll see that out of 100 people that came in, like we said, 50 called, but only 5 purchased, then I know that I don't have to work on getting them to call, I have to work on how I sell them. McDonald's, classic funnel, a little bit different, but this is kind of who I based my very first funnel on. Okay, McDonald's has the most classic, basic form of a funnel. They get you into their, or they used to get you into their business with the dollar menu, right? In the US, that's what they had, $1 hamburgers. It's a no-brainer. Everybody's running there, but obviously they want to make more than that. A lot of times they lose money on those, but what do? After they get you into their funnel, after they get you in line, right? And you're there, you're ready, you're excited, you smell the fries, you smell the burgers. They say, okay, it's going to be $1. Do you want to fry with that for another 76 cents or whatever? Okay, that's their funnel. They add it on, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get a burger without fries or Coke, right? They build up. That's where they make their money. They don't make their money on the burger. They make their money on the fries and the drink, and that's a classic funnel. Now, I tried this kind of funnel for my business, and it just didn't work. The upselling thing it's just not common enough for people to come in unless you really lower your prices. So I looked at some other companies, and I found a lot of other companies and what they do, and they just have a 3-step funnel, very, very basic. They grab visitors' attention with some kind of promo. They get them to fill out a form, and then they just keep emailing you and spamming you over and over again, trying to get you to spend money with them. Right? That's the classic funnel that you'll see. I'm sure it sounds familiar. All the big companies do it. They get you to fill out a form, and then they just keep emailing you. And I mean, it works. They email you some kind of promo code. I tried that as well, and it worked, but not to the extent that it does for these people. I mean, you have to have a really, really high volume of people on your website for that to pay off. Again, not to say it doesn't work, but you can totally do that. I mean, you can totally just put some kind of banner on your website and get them to fill out a form and then call them or email them. It's totally, totally doable. That's really the basic thing. That's the basic funnel and how it works really, really well. But what we put together with EventHawk is we can add a customizable pop-up on your and a form to your website. And we found that pop-ups work way better than banners. And I'll show you guys an example in a sec. More than that, not only are we going to do that for you, once we collect their information, EventHawk can automatically text your customers for you to start the booking process with 0 effort on your part. And then you can jump in and take over the conversation, text them back from your computer or phone, and then you can manage emails, text messages, and Facebook messages all in one place. We set this up all within like 24 hours for people. And that's what EventHawk is. And that's why it's been so popular, is because it's taking care of so much for you. It's showing you the funnel, and it's taking care of the sales process for you, so that you're able to book a lot more without having to necessarily spend more on traffic. So the reason it works is because nobody likes email, right? People would rather text, and they don't have to stay on your website while they're texting. It stops them from price shopping. That's what a lot of these people do. They'll go to your website, and then they'll price shop your competitors, and by then they're gone. But the cool thing about what we do is, unlike Gvo, they don't have to stay on your website to talk to you, right? You can build comment auto responses for common questions, and most of the time they can't even tell it's human. Your customers love it. They love to text, and you can reply to more people than over a phone. So one of the most annoying things for me is being on the phone, and I miss calls, right? I miss the next call because I'm talking to somebody, and I could talk to maybe 2 people in an hour, 3 people. With EventHawk, you can talk to 5 people in like 2 minutes, right? You get way more sales, and it keeps the summer madness under control because you're not having to sit there and wait on the phone with people, and they're less frustrated as well. So let's talk about the customer journey. You're gonna see exactly why this works so well, and this is a real customer journey. And this is, I'm gonna say this as bluntly as possible. We fail to acknowledge the customer's journey, right? We just think, hey, I'm gonna throw out a website and it's gonna be fine. And I know you get bookings, but you can get so much more with so much less by actually acknowledging the customer journey. So let's meet Sally. Okay, Sally is your typical busy mom who's planning a party, right? But she's not just sitting there, got nothing better to do than plan this party. She's got shopping, cooking, cleaning, doing homework, and kids climbing all over all the time. So this is the life of Sally. This is what she's going through when she's trying to book it. And this is what you got to realize. These people are on your website while they're doing other things, and they don't want to take the time to call you. And you think that you're the only company out there. They got to talk to 5 different companies. Having a funnel works well. So this is a typical BCN website. This is somebody that's working with us right now. And this is their website, right? So Sally goes and she sees these bouncy castles, and she's thinking about booking one of them, but she's got questions and she's looking. She's looked at 3 websites already. This is the 4th website, and she's about to go into the 5th website when something weird happens. A pop-up comes up, right? And this pop-up grabs her attention, tells her, hey, we got some special offers that are happening right now. Click below to get a voucher for your booking. And it says, no thanks, I'd rather pay full price. You'd be crazy not to click that, right? So once you click that, and a lot of people right now they just don't like offering discounts. And I know it's like, why should I offer a discount if I have the value? People don't know that you have the value. You don't have to offer a discount. You just need these people's information. And the best way to get their information is by offering them a promotion, right? That's how you get them in. Okay, sorry, one second. Let me put my face over here for you guys. All right, whoops. All right. Sorry about that. So again, that's how you get them into the funnel, is through that promotion, okay? So they're not going to give you their information for nothing in return. They need something in return, and nothing works better than that promotion. And just quick note on funnels. I mean, all the bigger companies use funnels, so why shouldn't you? If you go to any of these websites and more, really any major company, they offer a funnel, and it's very subtle. But now that you guys have this knowledge, you start to pay attention. Netflix offers you a 7-day free trial. Amazon does something similar. Even Apple, when they launch their new products, like their Apple TV, they have like a 14-day free trial. It's a funnel, and they get you in, and they know that once you experience their product, once they're talking to you, once they're in your inbox, you're much more likely to book. But going back here, so you have this pop-up that catches their attention, and these are some other pop-ups that are done by some super large. Something that I invented, I really do. This is nothing new. All the bigger companies are doing this, and it's common. It's common sense. It's just in our industry, for whatever reason, it's just not something that we do, right? Because we think that, hey, my price is my price and I don't need to go down. Well, they're not just giving discounts because they want to. It's because they know that they can build a customer list, that they can help you be more loyal to them. And our pop-ups are super easy to customize. These are just some examples. You can customize them to look however you like. We even have different, if you don't like pop-ups, we have different like floating bars or little sticky pop-ups that can come on like after they, when they're about to leave your website. You can even have the pop-up show up after they scroll so far down or something like that. So there's a lot of different things that we can do with these pop-ups, and it's super easy to do. But once they click the pop-up, they go to this form. So this is the form. We just ask them for a very short name, email, phone number, and you could have long forms too. Like for our tents rentals, we need a lot more information, so we ask for more information. So you can easily customize these forms. And after they do that, then you take them to your specials page, right? So these are just some examples of some specials that are being out there. Half price for the second day. Some people are just offering $25 off or free add-ons like Giant Connect 4, Jenga, things like that, or just a percentage off or discount, right? It could be anything. It's just something that just to give them something in return for their information. But that's it. That's how it ends for most people. For most funnels, They're going to screenshot your offer. Unfortunately, it's your offer is not going to be enticing enough for these people to drop what they're doing and book with you right then and there, right? Because they still have questions. Doesn't matter how much money you give them off. If they're worried that this castle is not going to fit in their backyard, they're still not going to book with you, right? So they still have questions and they leave your site still confused, and they do end up booking with somebody random. But before they do that, something interesting happens, and that's where we come in, right? They get a text 5 minutes after they're on your website, and the text says, "Hey, Sally, this is Kim with TK's Jumps," or whatever your business name. "You're on our site looking at party equipment. I wanted to check if we have availability for your date. When is your party?" And this text is designed, I mean, we put years of trial and error behind this. It works so well. We get up to 90% of people to reply within minutes. Anybody know what the reply rate is on an email? I'm sure some of you guys know. If you send out a mass email, how often are people actually going to reply? You're lucky if 3% at best reply. We're getting 90% to reply within minutes because we're texting them at the same place that they talk to their friends. I mean, people are, there's a phenomenon for people who think their phone is vibrating when it's not. That's how addicted we are to our phones, right? People don't care about email, but if I think you texted me, people check their phone all the time. How many have you guys ever, I don't know what's happened to me. I'll check my phone, think somebody texted me, and nobody really texted me. Paul says 5%. 5% is pretty high. If you're getting 5% reply rate, then that's amazing. But yeah, we're getting up to 90% again because we're texting them, not emailing them, and we're doing it at the right time, right when they're planning their party, right? We're not doing it the next day or something like that. So you can reply to them from your desktop or your laptop or mobile. We have a mobile app. It's super easy. We even have responses. We've designed responses that are guaranteed to get them to book, right? So we've tried a bunch of back and forth responses with customers. Fun story, the Event Hawk, we first started using it for our photo booth business. And let me tell you, dealing with brides, there are a lot of bridezillas out there. So we were able to learn a lot on what to say, what not to say, how to get this to work. And that's what these templates that come in built in with Event Hawk are. You just pick a template and you send. You can literally have like a 10-year-old, 8-year-old answer these questions for you through the app because it's so, I mean, they're just saved in. If they say this, you say that. And you can automate it to do it automatically, but we found that people can sense automation and they don't like it. So we just like to have a little bit of human interaction to get it to work. More important, we can put your text messages, emails, phone calls, Facebook messages, even now Google My Business messages, if you use those, all in one place, all in one platform. You can have all that stuff so you're not having to go to 6 different places to do that. And it's really, really awesome. It really does change the way that you run your business. You no longer have to hustle as much. It's so much more manageable. And it's just been, it makes it easier for you, easier for your customers. It's great. I mean, we've gotten tons of reviews. Again, you guys can see them all over. I'm sure you guys have seen the comments on Facebook. You guys can go to our Facebook page and see some of these reviews. I mean, I can't believe the response and number of sales. It's a total game changer. Paid for itself within hours. 2.5 days already, 4 orders. $1,100 in first day. Huge increase. While we're still setting it up, they got 3 to 4 inquiries. It works really well. And again, I wish that I can take the credit for this, but it's a concept that's classic, that works. We're just bringing it to this industry, and it works really well. So the big question is how much, right? What do we charge for Event Hawk? I know some of you guys have seen the US stuff, but if you were to go out, and I did this research, there's a lot of lead generators out there. They charge per lead. They charge setup fees. They have a platform fee, text messaging fees. They have a contract. You're looking at, for something that works this well, you're looking at $1,500 a month or more. And this is, you can go look at some of these other companies that do things similar. There's really nothing that's like this 100%, but that's kind of what it could come out to. But you know, and I know that we're not here to charge $1,500 a month. We don't charge $1,000 or even $500 a month. But I want to ask you guys this, just to really think about it. Even if this was like $500 a month, would it be worth it if this is something that would totally change the way that you run your business, right? You get more sales and it pays for itself within just a couple bookings, and it makes your life easier so that you're able to respond through text. You get less phone calls, more text messages. You can hire somebody to reply to the text for you. That would totally be worth $500 a month if you can actually go from hustling to just actually running your business, where you could actually take some time off and make it manageable for somebody else to run. But we're not charging $500. We're not even charging $100. I mean, if you guys know what we've been charging in the US, as an intro. We charge $100 for the UK. We're doing something crazy, and I hope we don't regret this. But we are giving UK members who sign up today an incredible deal, unheard of. I mean, it's it's crazy. Is all I'm gonna say. All we're charging is £39 a month. That's it. You get the whole Event Hawk system. You get access to our Facebook group. No contract, cancel anytime. And if you sign up now, we're giving also 14 days free. Okay, no texting fees until 2022. Crazy. I mean, this is insane. How we just want to get into this industry, and good, worth mentioning. Even BCN is using this on their own website, so you guys know it's well. Eddie and FTUP have been really great allies with this. They've been loving it. They've been helping secure more users. We're also offering, if you're one of the first 10 to sign up, we're giving a free strategy call, and we're giving away a review filter page that sends your 5-star reviews to Google and your 1-star reviews to email. So go ahead to eventhawk.co.uk. We set up a website for you guys where you guys can see that. And once you're on there, you can sign up. Again, the first 14 days are going to be totally 100% free. And I do see that some people are coming in right now. So let me show you guys what it looks like when you go on there. So this is the website. Again, it's eventhawk.co.uk. And once you're there, you're going to see this button here. And you could read up on some more information here. But once you click this button, it's going to ask you for your information. And it will ask you for a credit card, but you won't have to, it won't charge you anything at all once you put that credit card number. Nothing's going to be charged for the next 14 days. And then once you do that, it'll take you to a page like this where you create your account. And then from there, we will work with BCN to get it installed onto your account. Super seamless process, very easy. Make it quick, and it works really well. I mean, this is one of my favorite quotes of all time. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got, right? If you're happy with what you got, then why are you here? You wouldn't be here, listen to me, if things were going great, right? Obviously, things are good, I'm sure, but it's not always more business. Sometimes it's being able to get the same amount of business without necessarily having to spend more time doing the work, right? And that's what we offer. We guarantee it, in fact. So again, the website is Event Hawk. I'll go ahead and post the link in the comments here. So go ahead and sign up. I'm excited to be talking to some of you guys. We'll do a one-on-one strategy call. If you guys are on the Zoom, I'm going to jump over there right now. I'll also post the Zoom link if you guys have any questions. Let's take a look here. And then if there were any questions in the Zoom, or sorry, in the Facebook, we will address those as well. Just get that Zoom link. All right, so I just posted the link on where you guys can sign up and try this free. It's really a no-brainer. I mean, you have literally nothing to lose, so worth a shot. We've been beta testing it in the UK and have had great results. And then now I am also posting the Zoom link. So if you guys want to go ahead and join us on Zoom, I'm going to go ahead and end the Facebook Live. So I'll see you guys on Zoom as soon as we get that going here. And you guys can bring in any of your questions. You guys have the link to sign up and try it free of charge. And then you guys also have the Zoom link. So does the price include fees for SMS messages? Yes, we're doing that. I'm going to do that as long as we can. No texting fees until at least 2022. I mean, it's really a no-brainer for the £39 a month. We're not going to be charging you any texting fees. We get charged those texting fees. We're just gonna we're not gonna pass that cost on to you. We're gonna cover those costs for you. So we'll do that for as long as we can. So again, you're not paying texting fees. You're not paying a setup fee. First 14 days are free, and then after that, if you decide to stick around, it's £39 a month. Most people, by the time the trial is over, they've already made enough to pay for at least a year's worth of fees. That's how well it works. So I'm gonna jump over onto the Zoom. I hope you guys give it a shot. I see some people coming in already. Thank you guys. We'll be looking forward to working with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the Facebook Live. What's the texting fees after 2022? There's no contract. No, you can cancel anytime. So the texting fees are set by Twilio, and they're usually like in the US, it's like a penny per text. Some people text a lot, so it still adds up. But yeah, it's super affordable, especially once you see it's making money. By 2022, by the time we start charging texting fees, you'll know if this is something that's worth it or not. Can the special offer be extended to our Irish fam? Aftab. Sure. Sounds good. Yeah. Go ahead, and once you come in, I mean, we kind of filter everybody through. So if you're from Ireland and you go ahead and you sign up, then we will go ahead and honor that as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'm going to go ahead and end the Facebook Live, and then I'll see you guys on the Zoom.